Today's lesson is 3-8 Reteaching. The learning goal for this lesson is to multiply a 3-digit number by a 2-digit number. Our problem here tells us to find the product of 282 and 19. First, let's make a reasonable estimate. Let's round 282 to 300 and 19 to 20. So I'm going to multiply my non-zero digits 3 and 2 first. I get 6, and then I'm going to add my 3 zeros to the end. 1, 2, 3. So my reasonable estimate that I've made for this product is 6,000. So first let's multiply the ones here. We have 2 times 9, which equals 18. So I have 8 ones and 1 10 that I need to carry over to the tens place before I can move on multiplying. Next, we're going to multiply 9 ones by 8 tens, and then add the 1 10 that we carried over from our first step. So we get 8 times 9 is 72, plus 1 is 73 tens. So we have 3 tens left over, and 7 hundreds, because remember, 73 tens is like saying 73 times 10, which is actually 730. So we carry our 7 over to the hundreds place and leave our 3 down in the tens place. The last step when multiplying our ones is to do 9 ones times 2 hundreds. And remember, we have to add that 7 that's up top. So 9 times 2 equals 18, plus 7, which will give us 25. And again, remember, this is like saying 25 hundredths, which is equal to 25 times 100. So our 2 goes into our thousands place, and our 5 stays in our hundreds place. So our first partial product here is 2,538. And this is the one product that is going to help us along our way to find our final product. You've noticed down below, I've already put our 0, the hero, because we're moving into multiplying by our tens place. And remember, whenever you multiply anything by 10, you multiply the non-zero digits first and then add the 0, which is why our 0, the hero, is there. Now let's multiply the tens. Here we have 1 10 times 2 ones, which is going to get us 2 tens or 20 ones. Our 0 is already down here, so we're just going to go ahead and put our 2 right next to it to represent our 20. The next step we have is to multiply 1 10 by 8 tens. Remember that these numbers up above are kind of irrelevant now because they were for our 9 when we were multiplying our 9 ones. So we have 1 10 times 8 tens, which is going to get us 8 hundredths. Remember, it's like saying 8 times 10, which is actually 80, and 1 times 10, which is actually 10. So we're actually multiplying 10 and 80 here is what our 1 and 8 is representing. So that's going to go into our hundredths place. So we put our 8 there, and we're ready for the next step. Alright, the next thing we need to do is multiply our 110 by our 200s. So if we're multiplying 200 times 10, we're going to get 2,000. Remember, we multiply our non-zero digits and then add our 1, 2, 3 zeros. So when we do this, we're just going to go ahead and put that 2 down in the thousands place to get our second partial product. The very last step in finding our final product is to add the 2 partial products that we found by doing all of our multiplication. So here we add our 8 and 0 and get 8, our 3 and 2 and get 5, 5 and 8 is 13, put my 3 down here, carry my 1, and then 1 plus 2 equals 5. So our final product to this problem is 5,358. I know it seems like a lot of steps, but in the end, it's going to get you your correct final answer.